What's up, everybody? It's Kyle, and in this video I want to go over the details of whether a second stimulus check is on its way. On Thursday, April 30th, a $484 billion coronavirus bill was signed into law. Now this was aimed at more of helping small businesses as opposed to individuals, but right now, we are going to see within the next week or so whether the second stimulus bill is going to come for individuals. So a new survey by SIMPLYWISE, a fintech company, revealed that 63% of Americans believe that there's a very big need for a second stimulus check, more than the $1,200 that should be coming to 150 million Americans. So before we talk about the second stimulus news and the latest updates on that, take a second. Hit the like button, helps with the YouTube algorithm. I would appreciate it greatly. Also, hit the subscribe button if you have not done so already, as well as the notification bell so you will get notifications every time I post a new video. I'm going to be doing updates on the second stimulus package as well as other financial news coming up in the next couple weeks. Also, follow me on Instagram. If you haven't done so already, I post there pretty much daily, so you will get other aspects of my life as well. All right, so now on to the second stimulus possibility coming to all Americans within the next couple weeks. Here's the latest news on it. So here's where we are right now. The Democrats are pushing for this. They're pushing for a second stimulus package. They're pushing for possibility of even monthly recurring $1,000, $2,000 payments. The Republicans are, there's definitely need and acknowledgement that there's need for a second stimulus package. However, there's a lot of details that need to be worked out between both parties before something is passed. For instance, the Emergency Money for the People's Act. Now, this was introduced by 17 Democratic sponsors, and what this detailed was that everyone 16 years and older would receive $2,000 monthly as an ongoing check for the next 6 months. So most people, and myself included, believe that a one-time $1,200 stimulus check is just not enough to cut it. I mean, especially with people in America that are getting this, living paycheck to paycheck, it's just not enough to cover their expenses and for an ongoing period. Maybe right at first, but not enough to keep any kind of expenses going, any kind of safe feeling happening. So, and the result of this is 62 members of Congress have already signed in some respect favoring some kind of recurring monthly payment. One of them members being Democratic candidate Bernie Sanders. So there is a lot of people and a lot of influential people in Congress right now that are in favor of a recurring monthly stimulus check, which would be the second round of stimulus checks coming out. So even though a lot of Republicans are somewhat against the second stimulus check, there is a growing acknowledgement that something is needed to be done. So there's just going to be a lot of details that need to get worked out. So right now there are proposals that are happening, and these proposals need to get worked out as more and more people from both parties do agree that something needs to be happening. Some kind of second stimulus check, some kind of recurring payment does need to happen. There just is going to be a holdup until they work out all the fine details of what exactly is going to happen. So personally, I was just talking to a friend about this the other day, and he's a financial guy, and he was under the impression that why didn't the government just in the first place deposit $10,000 into everybody's account? That would have alleviated all this back and forth, the first round of stimulus checks coming out, having to apply for it, having all these different grants and loans and all this stuff. Just deposit $10,000 in everybody's account, direct deposit, and that will cover them for a good amount of time. And then it's kind of up to them to be able to cut expenses and to live within their means, just use it for the essentials, the rent, the mortgage, the food, instead of this $1,200 and then this possibility of another $2,000 and then a recurring payment of who knows how long and how much time, just a quick $10,000 in each person's account. But look, easier said than done. I think that didn't happen, but that was a good idea from what I thought. And, you know, we've all never experienced this happening before, so I guess Congress didn't really know what to do. Okay, so real quick, this just came out. I just finding out about this. The IRS released data on the first round of stimulus checks that went out on Friday, with $157 billion paid out to Americans in $88.1 million non-taxable stimulus checks. They went out on Friday. So hopefully, if you have been, some of you have been getting these. Now it's Monday, so the total of 150 million stimulus checks are expected to be paid out by the end of the program. So it looks like half of them were paid out. Now the other half will get paid out very soon. And the second stimulus is still being debated. This is as of 5 o'clock p.m. On May 4th. So it's just decided whether or not there will be a second stimulus. At present, there's nothing signed yet, but there's been a groundswell of opinion across the country that the first check is not sufficient. Okay, so it looks like we're still in the same boat, that there's going to be, you know, there's very much opinion right now on whether or not there's going to be a second round of stimulus checks with a recurring payment. I truthfully think that we do need something like that. I don't think that $1,200 is going to cut it, especially for people that are living paycheck to paycheck and need that money for food, for rent, for payment. I mean, a lot of people aren't paying rent now, and it's already May. So really, you got to do what the essentials are, and that's to get food for your family. And, you know, $1,200 is just not going to cut it to feed a family of hungry mouths. So I really do believe that there will be some sort of second stimulus that will come out, and it will come out fast, and it will be on some kind of a recurring payment until this whole situation is settled, because there is just no Americans just need these cash infusions just so they can get the essentials, because there's not work right now, and people need this money to buy the essentials just to be able to live. So I really think that there's going to be a second stimulus check, second stimulus package. Just stay tuned, and we will get this out there as soon as there is one. Even Donald Trump himself has said that it is absolutely under serious consideration that there will be a second round of stimulus checks. So when he's saying that, and Congress is all pushing for it, and they just have to, the parties have to figure out exactly what the details are, but it's more and more support, it seems, though, with the second consideration of second stimulus checks. So it really seems like we're going to get something very soon. So either way, let's just wait and see. We got, you know, I think something's going to be coming out within this week or next week at the very latest, that there'll be news about what the second stimulus will be, if there will be one. I really do believe that regardless of what it is, whether it's real estate, stock market, whatever, it's really going to come down to the reopening. Some things are starting to reopen. Some states are starting to reopen and lessen their restrictions. But here's the thing. If that goes all well, I really do believe there's not going to be a second stimulus. It's just going to open up. Economy will start back up slowly. If the cases don't go up, then there will be no second stimulus, but everybody, on the other hand, will get back to work, and everything will kind of start becoming a little bit more normal. However, if the reopening doesn't go as planned, or if the cases start rising, or if we can't go as quickly as we thought we were going to be able to, and this takes a prolonged couple months, then I do believe there will be a second stimulus, and we should know within the next week or two whether they do plan on actually passing the second stimulus for the people and for individuals. So we got to wait and see. Either way, that's it for now. Guys, please let me know what you think about this video by commenting below. I want to hear your thoughts. This is the latest update, so please reply, and I will reply back. I really hope to hear your comments so that I can improve and know what to talk about in the future. Guys, if you have not already, take 1 second and hit the like button. I would really appreciate it, and it would help me with the YouTube algorithm for making this video. And subscribe if you haven't done so already, and hit the notification bell so you get notifications every time I post a new video, which I'm gonna be making more updates on this second stimulus coming out, so you will get notifications right away. And if you haven't yet, follow me on Instagram. I post there pretty much daily, so you will get other aspects of my life as well. Guys, thank you so much, and have a great day. Stay safe and healthy.